Stocks loose for their 15 lap extravaganza. Here's Russ Matique in the 17 and Ronno Patchen in the 51, bringing the Spectator stocks for their 15 lap feature. And the green is out. Green out. Russ Matique, your leader. Ronno Patchen second. The 17 of Russ Matique is a former Ronno Patchen car. They look almost identical. Pete Laurie in the 11 third. 92 Bob Heim fourth. And Jim Zarin's 1C fifth at the end of one lap. Here goes Ronno Patchen to the inside in car 51. Cars together though in turn 2. We've got cars together in turn 1 and 2. The 00 of Dave Fulmer, the 57 of ready to go back to green. Jeff Broniszewski off the pace right off the bat as the green comes back out in car 10. Pulls to the outside. And now we'll head to the pits. And then look at this. The guy who was running third, the 11 of Pete Laurie, trying to take the lead. He and Ronno Patchen making a meatball sandwich out of Russ Matique 17 down the back straightaway. It's going to be Patchen, your leader, coming off of 4. Laurie to second. And they're side by side. After that, these guys continue to put on some of the best racing you'll see anywhere. Here comes Russ Matique back up toward third in the 17M as they bounce around a bit on the back chute. Ronno Patchen is your leader. Pete Laurie in the 11 second. Bob Heim in the 92 third. Matique is fourth. Wee Willie White has the 55 fifth that time through. Wee Willie running the top in the 55 in the fifth spot. Behind him comes the 16 of John Pontickbar and the 64 of Andy Katselis. Then it's Jim Zarin's 1C, Rick Wachter the 93X. Bob Heim now in car 92 gets by the 11 of Pete Laurie. Into second. Wee Willie White moves the 55 up to fourth. John Pontickbar in the 16 on the outside of Russ Matique 17M trying to get fifth. Ronno Patchen, the Sunrise Motors 51, starting to pull away. Good race behind him. Right behind Pontickbar comes Andy Katselis in the 64. 5 laps are down. Jim Crossland pitting in car R49. '64 Andy Katselis on the outside of John Pontickbar, moving up to fifth. Your front 2 cars all by themselves. 51 Ronno Patchen, 92 Bob Heim. 11 Pete Laurie at third, Wee Willie White in the 55 fourth, the 64 John Pontickbar fifth, 16 John Pontickbar sixth, 93 Rick Wachter seventh, 17 Russ Matique eighth, 1C Jim Zarin ninth, and Mike Ross runs 10th in car 91. Past the halfway point. 64 Andy Katselis continues to pressure 55 Wee Willie White, who's on the bumper of the 11 of Pete Laurie. 3, 4, and 5. They're stacked up that way through 3 and 4. Now Katselis to the outside of Wee Willie White. We got a wreck in turn 3, but everybody looks like they'll continue. No, they won't. 91 Mike Ross Comes to a stop and he backs it up. Looks like he'll be able to pull away. All right, Ronald Patchen says, I'll start outside in the 51, giving the inside lane to Bob Heim in the 92. Let's watch what happens here on the restart. And before they come, and the green is out. Down the front straightaway, Bob Heim trying to take the lead away from Ronald Patchen into turn 1. On the outside, it's O'Patchen back into the lead. Heim settles into second. Pete Laurie in the 11 moving quickly. Look at Ponigbar in the 16 flying down the back straightaway. Look out, boys. 3 wide and 3. It's coming down to money time. 5 laps to go. Let's make it 4 wide on the front straightaway. Look out into turn 1. Wee Willie White in the 55, Pete Laurie the 11 collect a piece of the wall and continue on. They may have cut down a tire. Wee Willie in the 55 may have lost the front tire in that 4-car melee coming down the front straightaway. Yellow is out. Patchen brings them back to green again off the 4th turn. He and Bob Heim make a little contact here. Oh, and Catellus goes for the spin in car 64. The thrill show continues. Action is the attraction here on the front straightaway. Catellus turns it back around. Here comes Wee Willie White down through the pits. Ronald Patchen, your leader. 92, Bob Heim, second. 16, John Ponigbar is third. Pete Laurie in the 11, fourth. Jim Zarin in the 1C. Russ Matika the 17M trying to get to the 5th spot. Rick Wachter slowing in car 93X. Wachter off the pace just like he did in the heat, slowing down in the feature. Your point leader, the 93X. It's Ronald Patchen, your leader. 92, Bob Heim, second. 16, John Ponigbar, third. The 11 of Pete Laurie, fourth. And running 5th is the 1C of Jim Zarin. 6th, the 17 of Russ Matika. 8th, the 38 of Jim Steffens. 9th, the 4 of Bill Slade. And 10th, Pete Laurie off the pace in the 11. He loses a wheel. Pete Laurie loses a wheel. It's running through turn 3. Yellow is out. The wheel's still going. Laurie comes to a stop. Rick Wachter pitting in car 93X. Wee Willie White in the 55. Looked like the axle and the whole works came out of the 11 of Pete Laurie. You can see the axle and everything attached to the... Ready to go back to green. All right, the race is on to the finish. Off the 4th turn, Bob Heim and Ronald Patchen, Rock'em Sock'em racing here. Into 1, O'Patchen back in front. And now to the outside, Jim Zarin in the 1C trying to take over the bridesmaid spot. Two laps to go. Ronald Patchen with some breathing room now. The 1C of Jim Zarin, second. 92, Bob Heim, third. Ponigbar, the 16, fourth. Russ Matika's fifth in the 17M. 1 lap to go. The Sunrise Motors 51. Taking the lead early on and holding off the challenges. Off the 4th turn, Spectator Stock Feature Events goes to Ronald Patchen with Jim Zarin second and Bob Heim third. 16, John Ponigbar fourth. The 17 of Russ Matika completes the top 5. Boyle Wolf's had hard charger honors in his Spectator Stock feature. All right, he's quickly out of the car. Put your hands together for Scott Township's Ron O'Patch, Jim Petrill in the 84, Don Plants in the 02.